Hey everyone, Pam Bam Richard here, and these are my Puyo Chronicles. The first Puyo game I remember being exposed to was Kirby's Avalanche at the age of 5. This was one of the minigames that I remember renting a lot from the local video rental store. And at that age, despite the amount of trouble I had playing through the main campaign, I still had a lot of fun playing through it. And it really opened my eyes to the potential of how challenging and engaging puzzle games can be. It was a game that I would still play through on occasion throughout my preteen life on emulators and the like until I ran into my next game in the franchise, Puyo Pop Fever on the DS. It was 2005 when I walked into my local EV Games looking for a reason to use a gift card that I got recently. It was there that I stumbled upon a used copy of Puyo Pop Fever on the DS. After looking at the back and noticed that it looked familiar, I decided to buy it. It was my go-to game on the DS for quite some time. I would have moments where I would bring the game to school and play against a ton of classmates, and we would have 6 or 7 player matches and they would all team up against me and I'd still win. It was a lot of fun and I had a great time. And from then on forward, I learned that Puyo Puyo was an entire series thanks to the Hardcore Gaming 101 article. From that Hardcore Gaming 101 article, I was introduced to a Puyo Puyo community known as the Puyo Puyo Museum, where we played a lot of Puyo Puyo Fever online thanks to the PC version of the game. And I participated in the first Fever tournament, the first Classic tournament, and the second Fever tournament thereafter. It was then that Puyo Puyo Museum transformed into Puyo Nexus in 2007. From 2007 to 2014, I was a little bit laid back and not as active with Puyo and whatnot, though I still play some of the games on occasion, such as Puyo Puyo 15th and Puyo Puyo 7 on my Nintendo DS. Those games were also loads of fun and still encapsulated what I liked and remembered and had fun with the series, and Puyo Pop Fever still stands as one of my favorite games of all time. And then came 2014 when I learned that Puyo Puyo Tetris was a thing, and that excited me immensely because it reminded me of the excitement that I had when I learned that Tetris vs Dr. Mario was a thing. To hear that Tetris and Puyo are coming together into its own game is amazing and completely blew my mind. The year after, I started to learn more about Puyo Puyo Tetris and eventually got my own copy thanks to the Puyo Nexus tournaments that were going on back in April. And I decided to be a bit more active within the Puyo community itself. I'm so glad that Puyo Nexus is still around. I'm still glad that it is still here and still a very good database for all people who are interested in Puyo and competitive play, or for all the other things that are based on its history. It really invigorated me when I started to play against the current Puyo meta, and it's cool to know that I'm kind of hanging in there, but not really. To be honest, I'm not really that good compared to the experts, but it was a lot of fun playing in the tournaments this past summer of 2016. If you want to share your Puyo stories, feel free to use the hashtag MyPuyoChronicle. As well, look forward to Puyo Puyo Chronicles, which is celebrating the 25th anniversary of the series on the Nintendo 3DS, which combines both puzzle elements and RPG elements into one. So that's a game that we're all looking forward to playing once it comes out. Puyo Nexus is the place to be for all your Puyo Puyo news and your Puyo Puyo tournaments, and you can use the hashtag MyPuyoChronicle for a chance to win your own copy of Puyo Puyo Chronicle when it comes out, courtesy of Puyo Nexus. So be sure to use the hashtag if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Until next time, take care.